Can you do that any louder?
No.
Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Old Carver Fishing. I am Sherry Godinez Jr. I am the co-owner of Old Carver Bait and Tackle, renamed by Luke himself, the master, who is not here, by the way. They are on a trip to Wisconsin to chase channel cats with the blonde bomber, Tara Lindsay. And joining me today is Amy Munsinger from S2S, Relevant, Billy Rub, and there's one more.
Tuned Up Custom Rods.
Tuned Up Custom Rods.
Yeah.
And, of course, to my left is the Iceman, Scotty Goodman, with me today. And next to him is Nichole Huddleston from Billy Rub. Soon, right? Oh, and soon, aren't you going to be for Corey's too?
I don't know about that guy. I'm going to have some words with him.
You always have words with him.
I always have words with him.
And
he's cool.
Yeah,
and Tackle.
Yeah.
Danny Two Cats is also out today, by the way. He is in Florida on a family vacation. I got some pictures today from Wyatt on the beach with a sexy sombrero from Old Carver Fishing, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
That is pretty cool.
I want a sombrero.
And a little quick here, we're going to have Luke Henges and Tara Lindsay join us as they're traveling to Wisconsin.
What's up?
Guy?
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Good so far.
That's what I like to hear.
Did you already stop and get some tacos? Some quick trip tacos?
No, we got Taco Bell. Does that count?
No, it doesn't count.
No.
No, we're
Quick trip,
we're,
more Mexican.
we're dripping in the new merch today, and we're 2.5 hours away.
Yeah, let me see your hat.
Yeah, look at that.
It's spicy. And then Tara's hat. Oh, it turned dark. There we go. Oh yeah, they see it. You guys still with me?
Yeah,
Oh, when I'm full screen, I forgot when I'm full screen, I can't hear you.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing you weren't hearing us.
We're talking shit.
No. We're saying,
Never.
look at you guys looking at any new merch.
Yeah, I like that.
No, Tara's driving.
Oh, yeah.
It's really nice.
I have a break from behind the wheel. Yes.
Yeah, a little. I'm really tired. I'm actually gonna probably nap after this.
Well, it looks like
I got done working. I went home last night after making all of our apparel, and I worked until almost 1 a.m.
Oof.
And then I got up at 7:30 in the morning again to work again, another almost full day.
This is a message from Wade.
What time do you guys plan on
Yeah,
fishing?
Wade was in the. Yeah. Go ahead. What's that?
What time do you guys plan on starting the fishing?
We're gonna start when the sun comes up.
We were gonna go today.
Yeah, we were gonna go today, but we're way late.
stopping for tacos. That's why.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm working
No,
your
we're
merchandise
just-
on your cricket.
Then
I had
another
to
stop
wait.
shortly.
I had to work late today, and Tara's truck the tire balancing didn't go as planned at the shop, so they ended up just giving her truck back after like almost 3 hours.
Wow.
It was not good, so no,
You're making it.
we're making her. We got waters, and she's drinking a Monster.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're in.
Oh, yeah, she's doing it.
Too.
Well, you're gonna miss the Minnesota opener here.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
I only have one bar 4G.
Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome to Wisconsin. You know you're in Wisconsin when you start losing service.
Oh, now I got 3. We're good now.
Yeah, like I said.
So what are you guys talking about today?
I don't know. What are we talking about, Amy?
Well, I think we should talk a little bit about the infamous opener here coming up, right?
Yes.
Day
Yeah,
before
absolutely.
Mother's Day. Can't wait. I can't wait for it to start. Get out there and start
Oh.
catching some walleye and actually being able to take them home and
Right.
slice them up and
Right.
fry them up in some oil. And
That sounds delicious.
Right?
You know, what are your plans, Amy?
actually, I'm going to actually take out the kayak on Saturday, I think, for a little bit.
Perfect.
Go out trout fishing. Totally
Oh,
opposite
trout.
of what I'm
Say
going
where.
for. Did you want to know?
Just there went the agenda. Luke.
No.
Oh.
I decided to stay away from everybody, all the new people that haven't been on their boats yet, and trying to watch
Oof.
them at launch. It's just going to be painful. Almost want to get a bag of popcorn and a 6-pack and sit
Oh,
there
yeah.
and watch. You
You
know,
know,
like that.
Absolutely.
that-
That'd be entertainment for
that-
sure.
What is that? A meme where a guy says $5 for backing up your boat for you?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I almost want to sit there. And,
Yeah, will back and trail.
Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be super funny.
How many bites are going to be at the launch? I mean, it's like the first snowfall. You just want to avoid it, I think, sometimes.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go find a really isolated spot on the river somewhere. Go walk the bank and find somewhere to fish.
Around here, right behind
Yeah, I've been-
where the X is.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do that one or further or where we're at, but it'll be somewhere.
Don't put a
Yeah, I've been catching some accidental walleye lately.
accidental.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
Well, you're white bass fishing. Me and Tara were white bass fishing. We were trying to get our master angler white bass last weekend, and like the 10th cast, I caught like an 18-inch walleye, and we didn't catch any white bass, unfortunately. But
I know a spot. I could tell you where to go. That's where I got mine.
Yes.
are we talking Mississippi or somewhere else?
No, somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, no. Take a break from the river for that day for a little bit.
You can get them in the lakes around the cities.
Yeah.
Who's talking to me?
Amy, you can't see me.
Amy.
It's showing Nichole. There we go. Who's producing this freaking thing?
I'm
That's
paying
okay.
attention to you.
Nobody puts Amy in the corner.
He's focused on you hard, Luke.
But yeah,
Is
no,
he?
I will. Yeah, there's some lakes around here. Probably from here, probably about 45. Not that far.
Oh,
Did you read that
Yeah,
comment?
Speak,
Look,
Brianna.
read that comment.
Scotty speaks. That's right. Is that Dan's
Actually,
girl?
she pays it. Yeah, she
I got
pays attention to it.
So Nick, what are you gonna do?
I am gonna be doing the first cat camping trip of the year.
yeah, we
So I'll
were
be
talking
cat
about that.
fishing and bank fishing and setting up camp.
Hmm.
When today's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Friday after work, and we're gonna get a head start on scouting and where we want to be, and yeah, just go from there. Bust out Derek's boat and get it going for the season. Why are you laughing?
'Cause
Stop.
I'm watching Luke react to that comment.
That's not true.
Why- I see his pearly whites just.
It's hard to catch white bass.
Brianna, what probably Dan is? I don't think it's Brianna. It's a shocking look at to catch bass walleye fishing.
What's Corey saying?
Yeah, what is?
I wasn't trying to catch walleye. For the record.
Well, it should be
I don't-
fun. It'll be nice actually to get out and catch some other fish. besides
Absolutely.
crappies and
I haven't been
sunnies all
out.
winter.
Yeah.
I
At
started my,
all for open water.
I got my kayak ready today, brother, for Saturday.
What?
I
You
got my
do?
kayak ready for Saturday. Yeah, it starts at midnight, but I'm not going out till 6. I'm gonna hit
sorry,
that
what?
ravine.
We're doing a whole bunch.
You don't fish in Terrace? Surprised.
Why?
Hey, you're going fishing finally.
He says he is.
I told you I joined the tournament. I'm going for it.
All right, we'll see. Send me a picture to prove it.
The Minnesota Kayak Association has a pike tournament.
Oh yeah, you told me about that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would
Yeah.
be. That would have been a cool.
You can join
thing.
right now if you
I
want to
already
get
am
in
in
it.
it.
Huh?
I got my shirt and everything.
You're in it.
I'm official.
You're in it.
Gangster. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Gangster.
I
Well,
can.
we're gonna drive. I just wanted to stop in and say hi, you guys. But we're gonna drive. I'm gonna probably take a nap.
Okay.
All right,
All right,
brother.
sounds good.
Yeah.
But we'll
hook
put
up
you on the
and-
Bluetooth and listen in while you guys talk about in-depth, great minds thinking together kind of stuff.
Well, you need to stick around because you're gonna learn something today.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
might learn something.
Yeah,
Stick
you
around.
teach
You're gonna
me
learn
a little
about fish
something.
camping. You're gonna learn about bass opener. We're gonna learn about a lot of stuff that you don't know about, Luke.
Yeah.
Bait
We'll
opener,
get
you
Sarah
said?
going.
And your cap's crooked.
Yeah.
Fix it.
that.
It's not crooked.
It looks crooked,
It looks
homie.
crooked.
Straight.
Yeah. Well, see, there he goes. Got him thinking.
All right, I'm leaving. You guys have a great podcast.
All right,
Mom-
drive safe.
Mama, count how many times he looks at himself in the mirror to fix his hat. And then let me know when you come back.
Watch your tone, Chewy.
All right. All right. Love you guys. Take care.
See you guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Awesome.
Well, it should be interesting. I think. I don't know if you guys want me to start this. I was
Start it
thinking
off.
about the whole, this whole controversy of trying to make bass fishing open and catch it and release all year round. Right now,
Yeah.
it's closed until. Well, no, it opens. Well, what do you want to say? What do I want to say now? Well, it's open. You can't. I mean, it's
Can't keep
open,
'em.
catch and a release.
Catch,
Yeah,
release is open,
but
yeah.
basically is what it is. Why
Yeah.
not do it the whole year?
No.
So I talked to a bunch of people. I asked a bunch of tournament anglers and just some pros at this stuff and thought what they thought about it or they thought. And I agree with a lot of them. Why not have it all year round? I mean, there's no
Should.
point. It's all states. We're like the only one or two states that isn't like that. And
Yeah.
I see why I see their point a little bit, with spawn and blah, blah, blah. But, I guess some anglers, maybe they just are not notified that, how these fish bed, they're not pulling females off beds, they're
Yeah.
males. And I guess it's, they're more worried about the mortality rate.
Mhm.
Well, I think here's my 5 cents worth is, why not close it in July, like in the middle of July to the middle of August, when it's like the hottest months, where it is the highest mortality because the water is so hot.
True.
Yep.
I mean, that's my thing. Otherwise, yeah, just leave it open. Otherwise, you're messing with tournament anglers. You start changing stuff like that. And tournament anglers, we all know how to take care of these fish. We have aerators in our live wells. We know how to handle them. I mean, there's a certain percentage of people that don't. But I think then they're like that with any fish. I don't
Right.
think it's
No.
just bass.
How is that going to make a difference? They're going to fish anyways,
Yeah, even
legally
smallies.
or illegally too.
Yeah,
You know.
even smallies, even closing that in the fall. It's like, okay, like everyone I hear says it like the dumbest fish. Why? Just keep it open all year round. So I think they should do it, and I think they probably, the more it looks like it, they're going to do that. But
That would
our
be sweet.
politicians, and how our
Our
They don't wanna
DNR.
change.
Yeah.
DNR.
I get
They
it.
do not
I
want
get
to
it.
change.
Mm-mm.
Does
No.
anyone have any opinions in the comments about that or insight?
Tim Flor, he agreed with you
Ted.
guys, and Tellenberg said good call on the water temp comment.
I mean, well, it is true. I mean, you
Mhm.
think about it. I mean, they can't survive really after
You
90
look
degrees.
at Mille Lacs, like they talk about that a lot.
Yeah, how many times do you drive by a lake and go, oh, well, there's a 15 dead bass. Oh, they had a tournament. Okay, that's so untrue. I mean, if there's
Yep.
one bass, it's because either, maybe it was hooked wrong, or, everyone has an issue.
Yep.
How many walleyes do you see floating sometimes? How many pikes do you see floating sometimes? It's like, it's not protected like a walleye, I would say. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not filling these lakes full of bass, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, I think they have a really good point of wanting to keep it open all year round. I think it's good. I think it's a good idea.
Absolutely. I do too.
I mean, you're not pulling females, you're pulling the males. Females do their business. They're like, we're out of here. The boys take over, and that's what we're pulling off is the males. So
I've never related to a fish more than anything.
right,
I'm out. Peace.
peace out. Next crib.
Hear them kids.
But yeah, so early bass, I can't wait for it. We get the big fatties out there right now.
Yeah.
Get 'em
Those are
out.
really fun.
Fun to fight. Get
I
them
love that.
shallow. Get them.
They're in there now.
Oh, I just
Especially when
Oh,
you
yeah.
least expect it, when you're not even particularly aiming for them with a certain bait that you're using or a new bait that you're trying out, and then you just get slammed. That to me is one of the coolest feelings.
like
And
it.
then you just keep going. You're
I
like,
like it when it's on my crappie rod.
Oh, yeah.
yep,
Wow.
lightweight.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
always fun.
Yeah. Well, half the time, sometimes you get a bass, sometimes you get a northern, sometimes you get, you never know what you're going to
No.
get. But yeah, no, it's fun. I mean, and now, especially people that are new to bass fishing, try different lures.
yeah,
I'm a big Senko girl. Wacky word.
I like the
whatever
wacky.
else- whatever one wants to call them. I'm a Senko girl.
wacky is one of my go-tos when I was bassing. That was pretty fun and lucrative. But then again, you do get the fun in those other species. You don't want them while you're in a tournament or contest, but then you'll know what works for when you do go for them.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, checking your
So.
weeds and checking all that stuff. Do you bass fish?
Mhm.
Sure.
Mhm.
Do you even fish? According to these guys, you don't fish.
Last year I got a couple times.
Once.
A couple times.
Half a time.
Is that to the grocery store to get the fish,
No,
or was
no,
that
I actually did fish.
Really?
Yeah, we actually did fish.
That's kind of cool. I didn't know you fished in that.
I hardly ever do, really, to be honest
Like
with you.
Minnesota kayak. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm in that. I was part of the Minnesota kayak when there was just 20 of us.
Well, then you know Dave Michelson.
Yeah.
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 That'll be fun. I have to set up my
Um,
kayak from Luke, and then I'll just get
Yeah,
on that.
We were a group on the kayak angler magazine at the beginning.
Get out. You're
Yeah.
a cover girl.
No, the kayak angler magazine had a forum group, and you can start your own little group of your own little association. That's where it kicked off. That I remember. I remember there was 12 of us, and then a year later it was like a whole thing. And Ron Strauss and
Mhm.
some other guys that just really pushed it, and it became what it became. And then I fished a couple of years. I fished the tournaments. I never got to go to the Nelson Memorial, but I fished the rest of them, and then this started. And, well, that was it.
Oh, it's time consuming. I mean, it really
Yeah.
is. You want to do so many of them. I did my very first one in Ron. I remember it was downpouring, and I'm like, I was the only female. They're all looking at me. I have my little mowing. It's like a little 10-foot mowing, and it's got a wheel on the back, and it's
Mhm.
like, I'm like, whatever. I'm 5'3". I can't carry a 12-foot kayak. I'm sorry. I mean, but it's loaded. It's pimped out. I mean, between the motor and the electronics on it. So they're like looking at me, downpouring. Halfway through it, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I left. I felt horrible, but it's a lot of fun. That group is very nice.
All right, so Souders says buzz baits and top water
Yep.
all day.
Oh yeah, top water.
Top
water's water always
my
fun.
Whopper plopper is my favorite. My bluegill one
Top
or
water
my
is fun.
loon is really awesome on the river. I love that one. That's my favorite.
Dude, I was sporting the loon when I was trying to go for muskies all last year, and the follows I did get with that was awesome. Stop
Did you
it.
get him?
No.
Did you get one?
Let's
Did you get a muskie? How'd that work out for you?
amazing. Yeah,
You have pictures
so many Photoshop.
of the loon.
So many photos. It's true.
It is.
Sorry, Nikki. Sorry.
It'll happen, and then you guys are gonna eat it. Like,
We'll be happy for you.
I'm purposely going out to try and get one.
I'm going tonight
Can I go, Amy?
on accident.
I want to go.
I've already got plans. I'm like, I got to get Nikki. I got to just get one before Nikki. Patrick's laughing. But yeah, no, buzzbait. Love the buzzbaits. It just, again, it depends on what you're throwing. Even crankbaits.
What kind of
Small-
buzz bait stuff?
Hmm?
What kind of buzz bait? Are we talking?
It depends on I mean,
You got quad, 2-piece quad, metal, twin buzz, delta
Wow.
buzz.
Fun buzz.
The jitterbug.
The jitter
Fun buzz
buzz.
is not a fucking lure.
It should be.
No, I guess what was I throwing? I always
Airline buzz.
island
Some
buzz.
kinds of
Yeah, I
buzz.
got a buzz.
Yeah, you're gonna get a buzz. We go get tacos after this. Yeah, you're definitely gonna get a buzz.
Tacos.
Tacos.
No, my favorite is a delta buzz in the beginning. It's an inline buzz, not your traditional U. I guess you can call them U. Mine's just a straight inline buzz, and then of course stupid lure. And then we got the twin buzz. We got a quad, not the metal, but the plastic, the quad ones. We got a counter, and I got them all the way to the counter. Counterclockwise one and then clockwise, right?
Yep.
Usually when you do the plastics, you have two clockwise because they don't manufacture a counter. So we made one. We made a mold, so we make ours, which is hard because for us to get the same weight was kind of hard. But yeah, those are my favorite. Come like August, any type of popper with a buzz, not a buzz blade, but a shopper blade will be it, or any type of crawling, like the pompadour, or even like a small I forgot what that musky bait's called, the one that crawls, creeper.
I don't
What's
know
my
musky
creep
baits.
blade?
I'm not a musky girl.
Yeah, so
I
that
have
kind
no
of
idea.
as it goes to the water, it kind of just
Kind of
creeps.
creeps along.
Comment.
But the
Was it-
pompadour is like
Was he like a spook kind of going across the water?
No.
No. Okay.
It
I don't know.
crawls.
I've never. Okay. I never
Yeah.
seen that.
yeah, but the buzz blade, but I would always go inline buzz blade for the beginning of the season for spring for sure.
What are you going for on Saturday for opener then?
Pike?
York pike.
So pike tournaments.
I love pike. Like
Actually
eating
target
them. I like pike.
I never
one of my
tried,
favorite.
I never tried the pike.
It's good.
It's
well,
good.
oh gosh,
I've
yeah,
always
it's
heard
one of
that.
my favorites to eat.
My friends
Pike
used
is
to make
really
fun
good
of
to
me.
eat.
My friends used to make fun of me. I wouldn't touch them. I used to wear the yellow latex gloves, and I'd be like, "Hold on," I'd have to put
They
them
are
on before I
pretty-
touch them.
They're pretty gooey.
But ever since I was out tip up fishing, and when they go ting 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 ting, you don't have time to put the latex on. So then I finally started touching them.
My first week in Minnesota, I went to Thole Lake, which is a mile from where we lived, and I caught a pike, and I'd never seen a pike before, so I mouthed it. After that, every
Again.
lure, no matter what it was, I'll cut it off.
You
Swear to
wouldn't,
God, I'm not lying.
you wouldn't touch it at all.
For shit, I
Wow.
don't care.
Yeah.
I swear
Interesting.
to God, it freaked the shit out.
Oh yeah. Well, you didn't know.
And then, well, yeah, and see, my dad was laughing a lot. He says, "You didn't see it got teeth." I said, "No, nobody ever told me that there's fucking fish with teeth in Minnesota." You know, but you know,
It's a barracuda.
yeah,
That's
I
funny.
still got it.
You still got the mark. Oh, you do. You
Yeah,
got
it really
damage.
ripped the shit out of me. Yeah, scared the crap out of me.
Wow. When you got the
Yeah.
big old thing coming at you, it's like a walleye.
I remember one time I had my little bass baby boat, which is like a little, kind of those twin seaters that they have like
Saving
Cabela's.
that
Have you
for
seen those?
later.
Kind of like a little pontoon boat.
Oh yeah.
I have one of those, but mine has
Little
wheels.
rowboat,
And I bought it.
Excited
It's
about
called a
that.
bass baby, and I caught one in that same lake in Thole, and it was I don't remember how big it was, but it was huge. And I remember I went I drove I trolled the fucking pike all the way back to the dock, and then I paid a kid $10 to take it off. So here's a 5-year-old, like a 10, 12-year-old kid taking it off for me,
Lame. That's funny.
because that was the first lure I ever made, and I didn't want to,
So what
lose
changed?
that one.
But what'd you do to change your mind now to do it?
When I started making lures, and I was fishing with masters, and screw it,
You didn't
Yeah.
want to look like
a fucking
you
big
knew what you were doing.
channel locks.
But see, you do that, I won't. It's like a catfish. That's funny because I'm like, I won't. It's very, very hard for me to
I
touch
don't
them.
mind catfish. Bullheads I hate.
Yeah. So I
Bullheads are
will.
Yeah,
Sharp.
bullheads.
Yeah. It took me a long time, but
Bullheads are
cats.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
bullheads are
got-
gross.
A lot of those little rashes when I get them for bait. They're pretty rough, especially if you get their little side stingers. Like
Yeah.
you pick it up wrong. I'm like, oh, that just
Won't touch
aches
it.
for a long time.
Nope. I do it, Chewy. Here, take this off. I'll be at the. Nope. Take this off. I won't take it off.
It took me a while. And then, of course, when I got that muskie and cedar, tiger
Don't look
muskie,
at me. Like,
I'm gonna go with cedar next weekend and try.
Yep, got a muskie and cedar, and it took me for a ride all over the goddamn lake. I'm
Yeah.
okay. until that lady
Yeah.
flagged me down and says, "Yeah, come over here." And she was just laughing. She says, "I just kept seeing you go back and forth."
That's
Damn
funny.
fish. So I had to get off the kayak and get on their property, take it off, let it go. Actually, it didn't go. I was there for like 10 minutes till I finally swam away. But the lady kept saying, "Yeah, I kept watching you just go that way, come that way."
I totally wish that was like on camera.
And then she said, whenever you come back, I don't mind you parking in my house and walking through that trail back. So
That's so fun.
I
That's
never
pretty
went back
cool.
though. It's just embarrassing.
That's
I wonder if I go back and I say, "Yeah, I'm the idiot that couldn't run the muskie." And I was going back and forth. You probably remember me.
Well, some of the guys in my group with the S2S, which is sun to snow outdoors. There's a big group of us that like to do outdoor stuff, and a bunch of the directors, we're just known as directors. We help each other out, and now I want a muskie, and one of the guys is muskie, and Ray, one of my good friends, he's one of the main guys that found this group, like smallies and like
Nice.
trouts and all that. So we help each other and try and
conquer your goal.
conquer those species, and that's one of them. That is a muskie.
That's been on my radar, and I'll quit, then I'll get I'll get on streaks. And I know because over the last 2 years, like I've had gained a bunch of like muskie gurus and pals and stuff like that. So if the timing is right where I can go out after work, onto a new lake or a different lake, I know where they're at. I know good spots. I've seen them, but just getting one in the boat or landing one has just been,
Quit thinking
don't
about
know.
it. Quit trying.
yeah.
That's what
and
I always
that's
think.
what I've done. I've quit. I've not tried for them. You know what I mean? Because that's how I caught the majority of the species that I've got through life. Like I can catch pike like nobody anything, but
I don't
it's
think
that
anybody targets
elusive
them.
muskie, like no, that's the thing. Unless
You
you're
are.
gonna do
The
a
tournament.
fish fry, like
Yeah.
I've done that. I've targeted pike, took an hour to get a good limit, and then
Yeah.
but it's just this and I'm not even there to eat the muskie. I just want it in my hands.
Just want a
know.
picture.
I just want proof and not,
Well, yeah. we
then
all
I can
do
move
that.
on with my adventures in my life. Now I can go to the ocean.
Yeah.
Once I get that muskie, going back to the ocean.
Did you have a muskie in that when you
I
got
haven't done that
when you
yet.
tried for first?
Say that again.
Did you get a muskie? Was it muskie? Let
No.
me check this. Let me show this real quick.
No, I did not. That
Look at
was
that.
one I was trying so hard. Dave Michelson was supposed to. We went out many times, and just couldn't do it. I just couldn't get it. That's one of them I have to get. And I got to get a smallie. And well, hopefully I can get my largemouth this year. I do have a Master Anglers of 20-inch.
And remind me. So your angler of the year
Mhm.
for last season, and then Katie
Corget.
uh,
We both tied.
for angler
She's
of the
an
year.
awesome angler.
For angler of the year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we tied up. So we both
Katie's
got.
awesome.
We both tied into Master Anglers what we could get. And we have a core group that we have to get certain species, certain sizes, and then we do specialty fish like catfish and all that. And that was it's a learning thing too. I would
It
tell
is.
you about I would have had my specialty of 1-2 for having all these specialty fishes, all like white bass and all that stuff. And I entered a picture of a catfish. I said it was a channel, and actually
Oh, there's a flag.
Yeah.
and somebody brought it, and I caught it last year, and nobody caught it, which sorry, no one's to blame. I mean, it's a total learning
Yeah.
process. I
Yeah.
mean, she felt horrible that she had to do that last minute, but I learned what it is. So that's what it's about, is trying to go and catch all these different species, the different sizes.
Learn
awesome.
the species.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You're part of that group too, aren't you?
I am.
And then
I haven't been really active just because I'm trying to some things coming up in the future
Yeah.
that I've been working on, so I can eventually correlate with them again. But I have to do this personally first, some of these goals, so I can have it all organized. And
Yeah, it takes a lot of work.
it is a lot of work.
That was time consuming and a lot of hours.
Yeah, and for those of you that know what we're talking about the women anglers of Minnesota, by the way. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot to mention that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Do a lot.
So you're gonna go for it though this year.
I'm gonna be doing a couple other things because I'm also part of Wisconsin Women Fish, and I do a lot of fishing over on the.
You do a
Well,
lot.
that's
I
right.
love Wisconsin fishing, and I love my Wisconsin crew. So
They're
IJO is fun. Those tournaments, especially during ice season, are some of my most favored um, adventures to go do. And then some of the ones with Wisconsin Women Fish. I mean, what a great group of gals. They're very knowledgeable. The area, I mean, just the whole overall feeling with the comfort of fishing with these different, even if you're brand new to fishing, you know, the education and what you learn with them, and just like, you know, Wham
Yeah.
too. So both groups are, you know, really awesome for new aspiring female anglers
Yep.
to get involved,
what-
and children too.
And what was
So,
that? What event they got canceled?
Oh, the border.
Border.
Border battle, yeah.
Border battle.
So who you been in the border? Have you been Wisconsin side or Minnesota side?
Last year I was on the Wisconsin side.
You
Yeah.
just
Were you?
switch sides each year, like go
I haven't,
Minnesota
'cause
to
last-
Wisconsin,
Last
or-
year was like my first year, maybe second. Last year was my first year doing it. And the Minnesota, I signed up late, you know, because I'm sometimes late because I don't know if I can do it, you know, make it work. And
Yeah.
Minnesota side was already full. So Wisconsin had openings. I'm like,
Nikki doesn't know what side to be on.
no, I'm not a trader at all. I like both sides.
Wisconsin last.
I swing
Wisconsin
both
won
ways.
last year, right? The Wisconsin one last year.
Wisconsin won last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we would have
The
won
year
this year.
before Minnesota.
Yep, Minnesota
But,
won that year that
you know,
I did it.
Me and Scotty and Danny and Luke would have been part of the Wisconsin side this year if they wouldn't have canceled it.
Well, the water was just so high that they couldn't.
Yeah, the water, the spring, you know, it's like, yeah, the river does that all the time, but it's
Wasn't that funny, Scotty? No one caught that clearly.
Yeah.
I caught it.
We can identify as whatever we want.
Wait, what?
We can identify as whatever we want.
Yeah,
So if we want to identify as women that day and fish it, we can.
You could.
We would look good in
They
wigs.
probably wouldn't kick
Especially
us
you-
out, but they probably
Especially
wouldn't
you
let
with
us
that
wait.
with that red beard
They probably
and
wouldn't let us wait.
red wig.
jeez.
Yeah.
We don't want it.
It's a good group. I mean, both sides. I mean,
Both sides are
you
awesome.
know, in anything, you don't even have to be part of a group. Just get out and go fish.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's what I kind of just digress to over time, is like, I have a good time fishing solo, independent,
I don't know.
doing whatever.
That's
kinda-
like my me time. I don't know.
It is. It's therapy.
It's
I
where
kinda-
I go clear my head.
I kind of like it. Like I can say myself, you know, I can say I want to catch 10 species this year, but it's so much funner when there's others doing the same, and you're kind of competing because you are competing. I just think it makes it more funner and gives you like a more of a drive to do it.
Hmm.
Well, I didn't mean
Um,
to. I started out catching some of these crazy species and I was noticing it. And I'm like, after I was halfway into it, and I'm like, forget it. I just got to go for it now.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to laugh. I mean, it was until that Friday midnight of March 31st. And I caught a tulipy was part of it. I caught it at like 6:00 that night. I mean, that's how hardcore, ended up doing it, but it's fun. I'm excited for bass though. I'm ready for bass. I'm ready for a different species. I'm ready to get out there and learn new techniques, try different plastics. Like Billy Rubb's
Yes.
got some plastics that are out. He's got coming that are new.
I'm definitely ready to throw some Texas rigs.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah. So hopefully,
You Texas rig?
I Texas rig. I Senko more the setup than I do.
You drop shot?
I drop shot.
The Carolina rig?
I do,
Carolina's not Carolina or anything. In
but you could it's kind of low set up like
fun,
that.
though.
it's fun, but it's not easy.
It's effective if
It
they're
is
suspended a little
It's
bit.
effective.
Whenever-
That's what I use
they're
with my
suspended.
Senko. I mean, I just use basically a braid to a barrel weight, mono, and then just put my hook and then my Senko on there. That's
Hmm.
all I use.
Yep. I like the Cinco. The Wacky was very giving to me one year, and then I had a lot of luck with my chatterbaits. I like my chatterbaits. You know,
I use those
they
more
did.
more later.
It is more later,
More later.
but once you get, back into, just like when you are finally settled into pan fishing in the winter or whatever, then you readjust to something else or whatever. Like once you're adjusted, the chatterbaits and your 3 go-tos are just automatically in play, and you just go with
Yeah.
what works. But then you don't get to explore more of your options and your inventory that you've gotten over the
Yeah.
time. And that's kind of my personal goal, is to use and utilize some of more of the baits that I've had in storage and
The 9,000.
you know, put them to
Yeah.
play.
We only use the 3, but there's 10,000 of them.
Yeah.
I know, but it's like I'm picky sometimes too, and I spend so much time on the river, so I just go with what makes sense. Bottom feeders, it's the same setup.
It is hard though, as you find it hard to switch over, because I just went open water, well, kind of off of a bridge, going from ice fishing to open water, trying to throw my rod. That was funny. I mean, seriously, I felt like a new kid on a bike. And then that day I broke one of my favorite rods. So now I have to get new ones. Thank God I'm with Tuned Up. I had to order some new ones.
I have a favorite rod, but we're not going to discuss that.
Why? Okay,
This
we
is a
discuss that.
family-friendly channel. I already got crap from.
Oh, Jesus
My
Christ.
You know what I'm
Okay.
talking
Come
about.
on, Chewy.
Oh,
Next one.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, yeah, I had to find a new rod. Like I said, I with Tuned Up. They got a new one out that I really
Tuned
I
up
really
are good
like.
rods.
Like they just came out with one this year. It's an ultralight, Apex Elite. It's 3.63 ounces. I mean, it is so light. It is.
Do you have it like in your person in your car so I can
I
feel
gotta
it?
pick it up tomorrow.
Well then.
We had it made. So I mean, he has them in stock with normal colors, whatever. But then you can order them, customize whatever you want.
Perfect.
And
Nice.
so, absolutely. I mean, it's so light. It's not even. It's like you're.
The feather.
Yeah, and then use the medium light for. I can use it for both. So that's my universal. But I broke my favorite ultralight rod, so it's like,
Ooh,
yeah, my St. Croix
Yeah.
is
rip.
bent, gone, adios.
I hate when I break, when I develop and find my favorite rod, because I had a couple of years ago, the ACC crappie stick that just became my favorite rod. And then I took my son fishing, and then it broke at the tip, and then I just kind of shaved it down because it was just the first eyelet, and then broke again. And I'm like, oh, man.
Ice fishing rod.
Yeah.
But I have the
That's a
crappie
dead
stick ice
stick.
fishing.
There you
I
go.
love it. I love it. That's still not broken either. So
That's funny.
Yeah.
Why not? Oh, yeah. What else we got? We got. Do you bass fish at all though, or just pike fish now that you're a favorite?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Do I bass fish?
Yeah.
Occasionally. Twice last year, I told you.
You could lip those, just to let you know.
yeah, you can touch them.
Occasionally. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not going to regret having both of you on at the same time at all.
Do you want?
No, this year I will. I did join some tournaments, so I'll be out there. And plus, now that we got help here at the shop, I can get out there more and I can work more on the lures. And
Perfect.
So-
Get your boat running.
That'll be good.
Might have to see how your new
Not-
truck
not
pulls
the
it.
not the bass boat, but the other one.
Damn it.
No, not the bass boat. They need to replace the. There's something going on with the water temp alarm. It's shooting out the water, but the alarm keeps going off for some reason. So he just probably needs to replace it.
So you can
So-
just ignore it and keep driving.
Just run the radio
I'd rather
louder.
not. I'd rather because we're on a tournament
Yeah.
or we're out in the water and you assume that the water is shooting out and it's not. You're gonna get in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's not
And
peeing.
I'd rather it.
Shit'll lock
Yeah.
up on you in a
We'll
hurry.
start. I'd rather it worked.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Boat problems are no fun.
no.
No.
Actually, my buddy Ray from the S2S, he redid his boat. I mean, he gutted it
Yeah.
and just completely put a new flooring and just put all new electronics in, and it's all lights. I mean, it's like looks like it's a brand new boat. It's crazy the time he put into it, but the
Yeah,
cost of
same.
boats nowadays.
It's costly.
Yeah.
It's-
See, my
it's-
my bass boat is a 1996 Blazer that was made by Ranger Boats, and I got that boat from Wisconsin, from a man from Wisconsin, and I like that boat because when I was out in O'Dowd, somebody pulled up with the same year, same model. His was kind of like it was wrapped, so it was like a red kind of weird, kind of I don't know, like maroon maybe color with gold, but it was a
Oh.
wrap and it looked so cool. and he had redid it, and he told me he bought it, and it had a 75 horsepower on it, and he told me what it was and whatever, and I got home that day, and I went on Craigslist and I looked it up, and one popped up, and I was like, it's the same exact one. It looks exactly the same.
Wow.
Wow.
So the next day I went in and picked it up, and I brought it back, and then we got it working, and I just replaced all the carpet, and I've had it since.
Rangers, I heard, they're just
Awesome.
they hold their value, and they're just
They do.
beautiful.
I mean,
once
it's
they
an
do.
older basketball, but it
Who
got me in
cares?
the tournaments, like the Thursday night league and Power League. Back when I was really, really into it. It never disappointed me.
No,
But it's been 2 years since I've used it. So
better check it from
Yeah.
yeah, I took it in.
Do
So
the
they're checking
whole
it. So they're
overhaul.
doing it. Then, no, there's
Check.
Don't be no missing that.
ratons, and
No. Oh, it's good. No.
we're a
I'm
little
laughing because I did find a possum in it one time.
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
Did you keep it?
Huh?
That's so bad.
No way, man. No matter
Did you
how I
keep
tried to
it?
do the damn thing and
Did
tried to
you
bite
rub
it.
it
you
and love
name
it and
it?
call
But
George?
first it acted like it was dead.
What'd you name him?
I would have kept it. I would have
Chico?
named it. I would have named it Luke. Oh, I would have
Essay?
named it Luke.
Hey, Jose.
Luke.
Yeah.
No.
Remind me of Luke.
Luke.
Hey, Luke, Nikki brought us scones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
we already texted him a picture.
Yeah, we got
Oh.
stones.
Damn it. I was going to rub it in.
What about cats? What about cats, Nikki? Flatheads. They're biting.
Oh yeah. So me and a couple of my fellow river rats went out last weekend and to check one of my spots that I usually camp at, and it was a good day. Like, we got there, and within 15 minutes I heard hollering. It's like I got my first flathead, and that was Ross. And I come over and I'm like, well, see, after all that shit you talked saying this spot's stupid and blah, blah, I'm like, well, I always catch you, I mean, whatever. He just hasn't had the luck yet. Well, that was his lucky day, and he's on the board with the king of the cats now. So he got his first and his personal best. So like 15 minutes,
Wow.
less than that, after that first flathead, he pulled in this. I was over 40, I know that, but they forgot their tape to enter it, so they just entered it as 40, but it was about 43, 44. And his breathing, like, I was like, oh, after he got that one, I know he's gonna be like, let's go again, let's keep doing this, because I know that feeling. I remember that feeling. And then the next day we decided to go back, go get some, go fish for our bait, and then go back and see what we can get. But it wasn't as giving as a day on Sunday. And so we're gonna go at it again this weekend, kind of just scout around a few more spots, because I know those girls are in there, and I just can't wait. Like, that's one of my favorite species to fish.
I'm gonna try it a little bit more this year. I
Flatheads
figured you
and-
guys, Tara and
They're
Luke,
fun.
and you guys, I'd like to go out just for a day and just learn a little bit more techniques. I mean, I've learned some, but I would like to learn other techniques. Like, you guys are always on them, and I think it would be a lot of fun to learn something else. Whereas, I fish bass all the time, or crappies.
Right.
Whereas I like to try and work on another species. And
You'll
maybe
get hooked. You'll get hooked once especially if you get a decent size one, and not just your first one, but like the first big one that you really feel that tug and that fight.
oh yeah.
And you're it's
Well,
just
I
it's
got
amazing.
pulled. I got pulled, and Dave was laughing at me. Dave Michelson was laughing at me because it was like pulling me.
Yeah.
And he's got it on, like, he couldn't quit laughing. I'm like, dude, come on, you got to get the net. So finally gets the net, and then I miss it because he's laughing, and he's got it, he's videoing me, and I'm like, it's not funny. I mean, I don't know.
Mark's in the house from Catfish and Crappie. What's going on, Mark?
What's up, Mark?
Hi, Mark.
Luke's on his way over there. And by the way, Mark, I made a hat for you. It's a camel hat, and it says rods and reloads R&R, and Luke kept it for himself, just so you know. But that was meant for you.
Actually, he's wearing his hat, I thought.
Yeah.
Did you make him one with the flags on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I made you a cap with some flags. It has a flag mash, the USA, Mozzie Oak, and Luke didn't want you to have it. He kept it, and he took it, and he has it on, by the way.
Now he has Luke
He is
all
getting
over
slow.
He
in
is
his
getting
older
really
age.
slow. He is. You have no idea.
Then again, I am too. So
I do have to say, oh my gosh, this whole weather is changing. I forgot to tell Luke. I went out turkey hunting on Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
How'd you do?
And
We saw. I actually went out with one of my buddies who was a federal trapper, which is kind of, well, it's not my buddy. I got introduced as their friend to take me out with an actual federal trapper, which is cool to hear about his job.
Yeah.
We heard him and we saw a couple jakes, and I'm like, I don't want to shoot jakes. I know I can get something. And then we went out to the field, and I like almost choked them because I was so excited. I'm like, look at these toms, look at these toms. They were out. We couldn't get to where they were, so we tried to go on opposite way to the road, and I think we just couldn't get them in. So that was a fail, which is fine. It's okay. It's called hunting, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So then I went on Sunday with a buddy. He took me out in the morning and locally out on a local area, and we could hear them. They were calling and calling and calling, and they were within probably 70 yards. And I was bummed. And then we're like, well, we don't hear him anymore. So we said, screw it, let's go. And we went down the road, and we saw that he had crossed the road.
oh, man.
So I mean, I'll go the last week again and try it, and fingers crossed.
And Mark,
Yeah.
Mark said that he's not surprised that Luke kept his hat. Yeah, he says he made a hat for me, but he doesn't trust Luke will bring it back to me. He probably won't, that
No.
bastard.
Well.
So they crossed the way. Man, that must suck.
Just sat and called, and he called and called and called. And I've never done the calling.
Is it over already?
No, we have one more the last week. You have one more the full week.
Oh.
You do the first, the A, B, C, D,
Mm-hmm.
and then now you can do one more week towards the end of May. So I got a chance still. So I've been watching YouTubes and
Mhm.
practicing like callings. I have a scratcher, and then they had the mouth one, and it was funny because all the way up north, I'm in my truck trying to call, and these people next to me were probably just dying if they had my windows open. But where do you start? I mean, you're just sitting in your car. It's not like you're doing anything.
Yeah.
Might as
2.5
well.
hours, and it was quite comical.
I make myself laugh when I do the duck ones and
Mhm.
get ready for
Goose.
duck. Oh man, I'm just immature like that, but it's funny. But it's always those times where I will see a plethora of turkeys. Like they'll be like feet away from me too, and it's those times where I'm on my way to work or I'm at my bank, and
That's
they're just
typical. though.
I know, and I'm like, why can't you guys ever be where I need you to be when
Like a
I'm
muskie?
actually out
Yeah,
hunting?
like a muskie.
God,
I know. I told
Thanks,
Dave.
Scott.
I said, as soon as we leave, we're gonna see him. And
taking
sure,
your scones away.
right down the road, there was a
I'm gonna eat 'em
huge
all.
out in the field. I'm like, dude, do you know that person in that? Do you know those people on that acreage? He's like, no. Do you think they care? He goes, I go, come on, let's just go quick. And I'm like, I'm joking. I would never do
Yeah.
that. It's not ethical, but
I want to ask more.
but yeah, it's fun. I'm sad, but it is what it is. It's hunting. So
It is.
Wait, are you still on?
yeah, was he ready for walleye? But he's excited
Oh yeah.
for walleye fishing. Are you? I'm not a big. I just started doing walleye again. I was one species, and that was it for the longest time. I mean, I would fish.
Was it
panfish.
bass?
It was bass for a long time, but now I'm starting to get into walleye more. They're very, very tasty. I mean,
They're
I just don't know
fun.
I didn't know how to target them. I didn't know what to look for.
I like
I
eat
didn't
'em,
know any of that stuff.
But I suck at them. So
What?
I did walleye
Walleye.
before I did bass.
Plastics, man. Pulsar, ringworm.
Rattle wrap.
Yep.
I would
Three
get
ways.
them on
do
the
good
rattle
on
Do a
the
wrap.
three-way
flicker
rig.
shads, but
so yeah,
Keep him a foot off the bottom.
the harness with
Mhm.
the worm. I did that.
Yeah, the worm harness.
Yep.
Those was really
Yep.
successful for me. But I again, eat like at the Lake of the Woods in the wintertime. I mean, that's ripping wraps and jigging and all that. Obviously, it's a completely different world.
yeah,
Open water, trailing, just trolling a little bit too.
Yeah.
I learned
Rainy
that.
was just a 3/8 jig and a moxie. Like that was you just left and right, but it was like the perfect timing, perfect whatever. Because the next time I tried to do the same thing, and that wasn't the winning ticket.
No.
Surprisingly.
Derek boys say crappies taste better than walleye. I don't care what anybody says.
Is that what he says?
That's what Derek says. Derek boy.
Oh,
Bull?
Derek.
Bo.
Derek, what up, Derek?
I don't know.
I do like crappies through the ice a
Crappies
lot.
are-
I do
Yeah.
through the ice.
Cold
yes.
water fish
Yeah.
are always
They're
the
just
best.
nice and firm. I don't know. They're really good.
Some people say the sunnies are more good or more firm than the crappies, and I'm like, I don't know.
I think they're all really good through the ice, honestly.
Yeah, I mean through the ice. Yeah.
You know what? I really like to deep fry the pumpkins. The
What?
pumpkin
Whole?
seed.
Just a whole.
What'd you say?
No, I mean,
Well, obviously you got them or
got 'em.
whatever, but
No,
I've never tried it that way.
because one time I remember me talking with Jay and we said that we deep fry them, and I didn't say we got them, so people were like, "So you just eat everything in it?" I was getting questions afterwards. Oh, bro, you got them. I like deep frying them whole with the head, everything. Just deep frying them. I just they taste so good. I don't know.
You just pick them up and eat them like finger looking good.
Mhm.
Bite
Fishing
the head
looking
off.
Good. Fishing looking good.
Those
You had
comments
it
are-
all too.
Huh?
Had it all.
Yeah.
No.
Just put it on a stick and sell it at the state
Seriously.
fair.
So I'll
Fish
tell you a
and
story.
stick. Oh, that's a great idea. We got a call. Fish and stick.
You guys can sell those on Steamboat Days. See how that goes.
Yeah, do it.
Amanda, if you're on here, that's
one,
what we're
one of my
doing.
uncles, he liked like a fish stew, but he liked carp.
It's like a fish head stew.
Like
No, just get the carp, scale it, whatever,
Soup
cut it
is
up in
good if you
sections.
make it right.
Yeah, put it in there. It's delicious.
Carpe
And then he,
diem.
it's carp, catfish. It got some shrimp. It's just delicious. And he always said,
That does
throw the
sound
heads
good.
of the carp in there,
I'm
but
hungry.
drill a hole where its brain is. Drill a hole because it releases some chemical or something. You put it in the pot, and apparently it gives it this taste that's delicious, right?
that's what I hear about like sheep's head. There's something in there.
Yeah. So we made it one time. Senior, my dad didn't put the heads in there, and he gave him a bowl, and he tasted it, and he said, "You didn't put the heads in there, did you?" So how he knew that I couldn't tell the difference. I don't know if my dad could really tell the difference or not. I'm not sure, but my uncle sure as hell knew that there was no.
Wow.
They didn't cook it the way that my grandma used to cook it.
Did it
But-
taste carpy?
No, it's actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, the
You
fish
wouldn't
stew.
think so.
I already tried small carp. Not a fan. I tried deep fried carp. Not a fan. I tried sheephead. For some reason, sheephead was okay.
I've had
never ate
smoked
'em.
sheep head.
But
That wasn't bad actually.
They're
Yeah.
fun to catch whenever they're big.
Huh,
They're-
I guess I
they
never
are
would
fun
think
to catch.
to
They fight.
eat
They
that.
are good fighters. They'll
fight.
dig.
I wouldn't know to eat that. I got tricked into eating sheephead. They said it was crappie patties, and it was
Ooh.
actually sheephead. Which I didn't know the difference, so now
There's
I
a
can't
lot-
really say anything.
I know a lot of guys here from Carver, or maybe they're not from Carver, but they come here and say that to them all the fish taste the same. There's no difference.
It depends on how you're eating it, yeah. 'Cause some of it can be really
know.
mushy, or yeah. I mean, if you're eating it in a
I think
soup,
it's
I
like
guess the
what time
difference.
of year and what body of water you caught them out of too.
Maybe
Do you eat bass?
no, never.
You know,
I have, but I
I
not
haven't in a
I don't-
while.
choose to.
I just
But I did this poll, like, because there's a lot of if it's not up there, they're like, oh, I can tell the difference. So I did a pike, crappie, and bass, fish fry or whatever. And I was like, all right, well, which one's the bass? He's like, I don't know, they're all good. I'm like, well, there's bass in there, so just
I
proved
just
you
can't-
wrong.
That's just one fish I can't eat for sure.
They're good.
I don't know why.
You
I
just
don't
know
if
how to
it's
cook.
because-
If you know how to cook fish,
I've tried it. My dad
They're
my
good.
dad loves
It's
it. My
good.
dad loves eating them. He really
Bass is
does
good.
like them.
You don't want
When he
like
makes
the
them, it
4
tastes good.
pounders. You want like the 1.5 to like 2.
The smaller
ones. Yeah.
2.5.
My thing is
pounders.
that because that's like the sport fish for me, I don't feel comfortable eating it.
That-
It
maybe
doesn't feel
that's
right
it.
unless I can't save it for whatever reason. Then
Well,
yeah,
that's
I'm gonna
what
eat
you-
it because I killed it. But
Do you not
Yeah.
then tournament fish for crappies? I mean, I guess do you not eat the crappies too? I guess
I've
it's
only-
tournaments. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
guess.
that's the
Depends
it's
on
been
the
about
size.
Why is that?
9 years. But I used to always be at that Minnetonka contest every April.
Which one? One we just did
I think the one you guys just did. Yeah.
for the memories made.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun, by the
Yeah,
way.
I used to do
That's
that
fun.
every year, and then for the past 9 years, I never.
Maybe you should start. Maybe you need to come back.
Yeah.
So much things to do here.
No, you got help here now. Remember?
Yeah, but from the
Yeah.
days that I'm gonna go
Yeah.
fishing now.
I don't want to
Yeah,
hear any
specific
excuses.
tournament dates.
Exactly.
Besides, we weren't even sure that was gonna happen anyways.
What?
That tournament is it still at Lord Fletcher's? Is that what they have it, or where they have it
Yeah,
now?
the low
Yeah.
pressures. Yeah. Mike and Allie do a great job with that. They did it awesome this year.
And Patty,
Everything will be on new. Yeah, and
she
Patty
helps
does a
out.
lot of
She
volunteering.
does so much for them and helping
That's
out.
awesome.
But it's
She's
a
awesome.
lot of fun. Those guys caught 11 pounds of crappie.
Yeah.
Adam and Matt and their buddy. I couldn't believe it. 11 pounds.
Jeez.
I
Brandon,
was
That
lucky
was
I
a
squeaked
good-
by with 2. I was so close to first.
Brandon
Said no
Eckles. Brandon Eckles said sheephead have a pearl in the skull. And people in Pine City make necklaces out of them.
That's what
And
that
trade
is.
it for
Yeah,
currency.
that's what it was. Yeah, there was something in their
The
brain.
native way.
I can see you one of those necklaces, by the way. That's like so you.
That's a
right?
It
pearl
is.
necklace.
Isn't it?
It
Pearl
actually
necklace?
is.
Which one? I didn't hear that.
The pearl that sheephead.
Yeah, make her a pearl
Pearl.
necklace, huh?
Yeah.
Mm.
I'd sport it all the way.
Sheephead.
I'm not surprised. you would.
Loincloth and
Sheephead
all.
brains.
Just go run through the woods. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, I was out crappie fishing, pre-fishing, and that's what ended up catching these sheephead. It was crazy. I'm like, I swore I locked into a walleye because of the way
They're
it was
so
shaking.
fun.
And
Yeah.
I mean, and here's my little bull whip. It's like bent all the way
Ooh.
over.
That would've been
and I was
fun,
like,
though.
Oh,
That's
my
so
gosh.
fun. I love sheephead. I love catching carp on flies.
They fight.
It's-
I know,
Mhm.
especially that, the lighter rods. It's a really fun fight. Kind of get a little scared towards the end when you see it and, you don't want to break that rod, but you're like,
Yeah.
just get it in.
Real quick, Nikki. What for camping on the river?
Hmm.
What are the essentials? What are the must-have for you to have a good night?
My rod and bait, and the bait that I need or catch. You know what I mean?
Well,
I
you
have to have my
the
rod, but
sleeping
for
stuff.
setting up, we always have a nice tent, obviously sleeping bag. We have our cooler full of, whatever beverages of choice you like to do.
Do you take firewood, or do you just depend on the woods?
The first
Speaking
couple
of that,
times, depending on the spot and how giving it was, we would just gather, sticks and downfall. That works. But sometimes towards the end, since we camped there a lot most of the summer, we started bringing in our own portaging in. So we'll portage into where we camp in. So we just load the whole boat with our tent, our chairs, our, rods, our coolers, our food, our grill. And just set up a very simple setup. You just need what you need to
Essentials.
sleep in, maybe some thermosol or, bug stuff and
yeah.
an extra, like a rain suit just in case, because
Mhm.
we've been caught in some good storms
And
there.
how far are you from like everything? I mean, are you like way in there down the river? Like, for instance, like the Namakogan, I've seen people have like campsites that they have.
Yeah,
There's nothing around.
that's kind of our thing. So we'll pass by some like first come first serve campsites that are like for camp. They have the
Mhm.
little makeshift grill and stuff. We're a little bit more rustic, so we'll go down more and try to find some. And sometimes those fill up. The spots that we're thinking of trying. So we're like, we'll just make our own little,
Area.
set up an area and kind of just make it our own as a good backup, which is a good spot too. Like we discovered it's like close to a nice big hole. And, and the cool thing is like, but kind of maybe the bad thing is like we have zero service, which is ideal because I don't want to be in touch with anybody when I'm out there.
Yeah.
Like it's like therapy camp, and we just have a good time and set up and eat and just fish all day in, night and day. And then we'll, sometimes we have a really good day and payout or, multiple species or get a big one in or something random that we didn't expect, because it's the river. That's the cool thing about river fishing and camping is because the mystery of what is on the other end of your line.
Do you ever worry that a dead body's going to come up on your line?
I have
just
thought about-
worry about that on the river.
I've
Oh,
thought
yes.
about it.
My
Seriously,
son
just
asked me
like,
about that
I hear
too.
all these podcasts about all these
Yep.
women just throwing their exes out in the river, on blocks or whatever. And I'm afraid that, like catfish, when you're tugging at you, like, okay, I'm like, great. I'm worried that
What if it's a body?
X's, right? X's.
exes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's why I said exes.
It's a good
Probably
place for
deserve it.
them, but
I do pass. the
I've
test,
always
don't
thought
worry.
about that too. Out of all the years I've been on the river, especially
Bet you don't.
remote areas of the river, I'm like, what if I did, come across. I'm like, I would obviously do the, the normal thing, but I'd be like so in tune to like what happened and involved, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because my son asked me that. He said he was going to log in and say, hi, Mom, but I don't think he did he?
I probably missed him.
I think I carry.
Yeah.
And that would be
definitely
my one thing.
a very good
I'd be
idea.
so afraid of just so many weirdos out there now. So
Especially solo missions. I'm out there on the river a lot, so yeah, carrying is good. Having your
and
weapon.
that's kind of cool because
There's a
Ray
lot of
again.
weirdos for sure.
Ray again.
I'm one of them. I mean, more people are scared of me though. They're like,
Yeah, no,
what is
no.
she wearing?
What's your son's name?
Harley.
Harley. I don't see him.
I asked him what his username was, and he's like, I don't know. He's like, but I'll
Maybe
log in and say
He's
hi.
probably not done with his chores.
Or he's doing
You
something.
can't go on until you do your chores.
I'm
But
not
that's
that
fun.
mean.
It's fun because, like, for instance, going back to the group that I'm part of, the S2S, we're all from different areas. I mean, a lot of the guys are and women. Callie, who is super sweet, they're all from Wisconsin, and there's a couple of us from Minnesota, and we kind of are starting to work together and try and go fishing and try and do events together. We're doing not podcast, but video and get
Perfect.
content for their webpage and stuff. And we're trying to Ray just actually put a camper together. Like, he's so good at I don't know, he can find a free camper out in the backyard and make it into like $5,000 worth of beauty, or sell it for like $5,000. But anyways, to put it up there in the middle on a lake where we all can go up and go camping. So I mean, I look forward to doing stuff like that. There's nothing around, there's nobody.
It's so fun.
And just be with your friends and just have fun and make videos and just enjoy the nature. I mean, that's why.
Yeah.
I
That's what it's
absolutely love
about.
Outdoors.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's like tonight I wanted to ride my bike. Well, nature in Minnesota, we can't tell if we're going to snow tomorrow and have a hurricane or tornado or flood here. You just never
That's
know.
usually what happens when I want to go fishing. Oh,
Tornado.
Yeah.
Didn't we
here's
do-
a tsunami for you.
Get a day off.
50 mile an hour
Yeah.
Didn't we
wind.
do a podcast one time in the middle of tornado warning?
Yeah, we did. The tornado sirens are like going.
They were going
off
like
in
crazy,
town.
and Luke was.
Was he scared?
We did a
Was he one of those kids in a
tournament
ball in the
with
corner?
the tornado last year.
What makes me laugh the most is that he actually. Oh God. He left the podcast room and went outside to look for it. I'm like, dude, you're scared. Why are you going outside looking for the fucking
Thanks.
tornado, bro?
That's so funny.
Why you go out there and look for the tornado? Anyway.
That's a Midwest thing. Like I do
It
that.
must
I'm like,
be.
I do.
Well,
it.
I do
I'll go
that. I didn't
chase
get
him.
scared.
I love those.
Well, it's just like those gawkers, like my boyfriend. It's like, oh, there's fire trucks and ambulances coming this direction. He's all and has to go
Go
and watch.
see.
I'm like, oh boy.
Who died?
But
Oh,
that's kind of fun to learn that you do all that
The
stuff.
drunken Rocky
Yeah.
Oh,
says,
the
Every
drunk-
other
Harley
week,
says hi.
it's a blast.
the
What's that?
drunken Rocky is on it. Haley. Harley
Harley
says
says-
hi.
Hi, baby boy.
Did you do your dishes, Harley? And did you pick up your clothes in the
take out
bedroom?
the garbage?
Oh, wait a minute.
Play with the snake?
There was a comment that actually looks familiar. Hold on. I think there was a previous comment made by the nerd. Oh, yeah. It was, what's up?
Yeah.
Yep, that's how
Okay.
we.
Sup?
At least he didn't call me bruh this time.
Sup?
And then he put, I remember the Bellied Up podcast being funnier.
I don't know.
My mom might be on here too. She's dar.
I don't know.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day out there too.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, to every
To all of them.
mommy out
Happy
there.
Mother's Day today to all the Mexican mommies.
Is it?
And
Is
then
it
Sunday
Mexican Mama's
to
Day?
Americans.
Mamacita's Day?
Mamacita's Day. Yeah, it is.
Mamacitas.
But he put, this is
Yeah,
the
then
most
it's-
Minnesota thing
then
I've ever
it's-
witnessed.
Poppy Day.
Mom.
This is my daughter. What did she just say?
That's great.
That's my daughter. She's actually getting married in
Says you
June.
betcha.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she's getting married in June 3rd in Philadelphia. And by the way, she was in the military. And when she says the most Minnesotan thing, but I laugh about that because she'd be with in California in school. And she'd be like, she would just call me randomly, like in the middle of the day or in the middle of the night. Mom, say bag, say boat, say all this, say milk, say all this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
And then you can hear people, all the guys in the background laughing, and then she hangs up. But I'm like, okay,
That's funny.
Yeah.
That is
I've
funny.
been trying to get her
Your
to go
daughter's
fishing.
getting married, and I can't even get a text back over here, man.
Yeah, actually, her bridal shower's tomorrow night.
Always
I
the
did.
bridesmaid,
Ooh.
never the bride.
Yeah, put all her stuff together. Not only do I fish, I craft. How's that? So I did a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
Oh, there's
Margaret
my mom.
says, thanks, Amy. Love you, Mom.
I love you too, Mom.
oh,
My mama.
so cute.
Oh, is that your mom?
That's my mom.
Oh,
That's
hi,
Grandma to
Hi,
Sam.
Mom.
She's
Yeah, happy
Minnesotan
Mother's
too.
Day.
I
Mhm.
wonder if my mom logged into this one.
Actually, my
My
mom,
mom
we were
never
going
watches
through
ours, I
pictures.
don't
We were
think.
going
She did
through
last
pictures for
time.
my daughter's
Mine?
My,
Oh,
bridal shower.
I
Well, I
don't
kind
know.
of gave that
Thursday.
away.
When do I get to meet
She
your
actually
mom?
pulled out a fish
I
of
don't
I'll
her
probably be
holding a
scared,
pike.
like,
Really?
I'm
now,
like, wow,
warn
is this
her.
the old glasses, like the big, huge glasses? And yeah, she's
Did you
holding
have
a
the
fish,
chains?
and I'm like, no, she didn't have
Did
the
you have the
chains.
chains?
That's
My
an
grandma had
old,
the
yeah,
chains,
no,
yeah.
no. But I'm like, you got to bring that to me because that's so funny. Just seeing my mom that young holding
this
fish
is
like that.
warm.
that's funny.
Yeah.
All right.
So maybe I'll have to take my mom and my daughter fishing. That's it, because it is. They
Yeah.
say you're supposed to take your mom fishing this weekend.
I've
Yeah.
tried I've tried to take my mom fishing. I don't know what it is. She's like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom won't
I know I'm
do it.
Well, my
No.
daughter's moving to New York
New York.
for
Oh, they can
New
fish.
York.
They can fish in the sewer systems down there.
right. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
thinking I could just put it
Big
right
old
down
turd
the sewer
fish.
system
Oh
and
yeah,
get one.
fucking in the middle of Times Square. Boom.
Could you imagine? I don't even know if I mean,
Ike did it.
you would think there's no fishing there, but I guess when you go
There
upstate
is.
New York,
No, there's
Oh, I heard
really
yeah, there is.
upstate New York.
Ike's,
I've had
Ike's from
some
there, right?
one
I can
cool
only,
idea.
invites.
I can at least from there, right?
Hmm.
Ike. Oh, he's from Jersey.
I don't know.
from
Joycey?
Jersey.
I know.
Josie.
I
New
know
Jersey.
Hey, Josie.
But yeah, I
like
told
Matt
her.
Bain's from New York, and like they hammer walleye up there.
Yeah, they
Really?
do really well out there.
I'd like to.
They're
Yeah,
in
there's
Maine.
some good walleye lakes.
Your mom says, "Are you still laughing at her?"
Yes, I am.
No, no, she is. Only she is, by the way.
Oh, did you? I can show it to you because it's quite funny. I'll show it to you. But yeah, do you want to put that up there and then you can see what I'm talking about?
If you message it to me, I can.
Yeah, I'll have to send it to you. And you think that's funny, Mom? You want to go there? You want to go there, Mom? Because I just went there. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna
it has been brought in.
Oh, I brought it. This is, they show pictures of us when they dressed us and how cute we were, and
Oh.
See you, Tim.
yeah, there you go.
Tim said, "Thanks, guys. Great show. Dinner time. Peace
Dinner
out."
time.
We're gonna
Have
go
a
eat
good dinner.
tacos
Yeah, we're
across the
actually
street.
over 10 minutes.
All
We're
right,
gonna
send
post
it
this
to
real
you.
quick, and then
Then Boogie Daddle.
Yeah, got a fun weekend. I'm gonna hang out with Sam, and we're gonna do wedding stuff and
Nice. Go
Yeah.
fish.
go fish.
So
hopefully in the
cute.
morning and catch my trout. I need to get my master anglers. I got just because I have my core ones that I'm going to continue. There's still some more.
Just for your personal sake.
Just personal. Well, actually, I can keep going. I can go for the elite angler. Yeah, like that. Yeah, you want to go there, Mom?
That's awesome.
Here you go, Sam. This will be me. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day. But yeah, hopefully we'll go back to the bass thing real fast while we're waiting. That they
Yeah.
do pass and make it open for the whole year.
That would be splendid.
Oh, by the way,
for sure.
We're 2 lions for cats.
they say that the mamas are obviously they don't tend to nest, but I mean, you don't think they'll still be targeting the males that are on the nest if you?
Well, I
you
mean,
know?
a lot of people think it's the female.
I know it's
They
not.
really think that it's the female that's
Yeah.
on there. Males are the ones that
Mhm.
pre-spawn and they go up and
Yeah, for me is them catching them off the beds is my problem.
yeah.
Because once they go off that bed, I mean, anything. I mean, I've seen it. I've witnessed where I targeted one, and all of a sudden, all these little bluegills went in there and just had a ball.
Well, yeah, there's like depending on the weight of the bass too. I mean, how many? I mean, there's 7. There could be 20,000 babies
Yeah.
there at a time, where only maybe a handful survive.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it's
The fry, yeah.
Yeah. But how many times? Look how many bass are out there. I don't think. I mean, I'm going to say even if they are pulling them off, I agree with you in a lot of
Yeah.
aspects of it. Look how many bass are out there. It's
Yeah,
not like
True. It's not like we're
It's
hurting. I
not,
guess.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we're
like
not
the
hurting this at
sunfish
all.
too. It's like we're not
yeah.
The
struggling.
main
Right.
thing
There
is
we go.
it takes a while to grow them big.
Yep. Look at them glasses.
Oh yeah. What is that? A cat?
Love it.
No, that's
Yeah.
a pike.
It's a pike.
That's a pike.
Is that you?
Oh wow,
That's my
it's really dark
mom.
pike.
Oh, I can't see.
Are
from
you
this
sure it's a
angle.
pike?
Oh, it's got to be a pike. I can't see that far either. I'm so
Kind of
old
looks
now.
I'm
like
blind,
a channel,
man.
It
though.
might be channel. Oh boy, I can't see it. Here, let's look closer. No, that's a pike.
Your daughter, hell yeah.
That's a pike.
It is, yeah, it is. Your
What'd she
daughter's
say?
like, hell yeah. She says, your mom says she wants her award.
You did. You had me.
Wow.
I'm your prize.
I'm right here.
And your bonus is your daughter or your granddaughter. But yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying about that.
Yeah.
But again, it's not like walleye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so much bass. I think there is.
No, I agree with that. I mean, that'd be cool if they did that.
But I hope like I said, I mean, how many people you know that keep 6 bass?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't. And how many bass do you see floating? I mean, you really don't.
You
I
don't,
hardly
but at
ever.
the same time, I do agree with that the hottest month or stretch. You
Yeah.
know, close them for that. You know, I mean, I get that.
Yeah,
But once
try
you
fish.
get your system down in your light wall, once you get that down, you get once you get it down, you hardly ever lose a fish. I heard like interference. Did you hear that or no?
I heard
Was
that.
it just me?
No,
Yeah,
I
it
heard
was your
that.
phone.
No,
it's
it
not my phone.
wasn't.
My phone's been on it the whole time.
It's the entity in the
Maybe
room.
it's
It
this.
is.
Is it
It's the
this?
entity.
Mm,
No.
Little girl.
It's the entity in here in this room.
Oh, the little girl?
Mhm.
No, you were here on your
It's
headset.
Barry the fisherman that used to be in this building.
No, there was never a fisherman. This building is a butcher shop.
Work alone. Well, that's probably
Oh,
what happened to Barry.
There's a little
then.
girl. I know for
Poor Barry.
I know for a fact there's a little girl here. That's a fact. And I'm not talking about Luke. I'm talking about like a real like little ghost girl, boy, whatever that was that night. Says I brought you to this world and I can take you out to
Goodbye, Mom.
to dinner.
I
that
love
is.
you.
She says to dinner.
Okay.
She can
Okay.
take you out to dinner.
Okay.
Oh, she sounds so sweet.
All right, Nikki, what's up, man? What's going on? What's in the future for you right now? Or
So far in the future
the
is
opener?
just
muskie?
opener.
Muskie? Well, that's the truth.
Shit.
Eventually. Eventually, I'm not going to purposely do what I did last year
Yeah.
and break my
Don't
arm.
stress
Do it. Not gonna. I'm gonna do what I fell in love with doing all last year is just scouting out new river spots and camping and fishing, and then try to get my son more involved.
Yeah.
And then also I have some things in the works with kind of teaching kids to fish. And
Is it
just
with
have a
fam?
slow. What's that?
Fam.
Oh, with
Family?
the future anglers of Minnesota.
Wham.
No,
Wow.
fam.
Fam.
Future
future-
anglers. of
Future. Oh, no,
Minnesota.
not them. But that would be cool to get involved with
Yeah,
them too,
that's
because
good. Yeah.
I know that's a really good
Mhm.
group of people. No, but it's just my clients' kids. A lot of my clients who have they're really interested in it. They know what I
Nice.
do. I've already have some that in Watertown that fish the Crow, and I'll go there on Thursday nights and give them some baits. So, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
tell them techniques and see them reel in their first carp. Big fish, and it's just so fun, and it keeps them busy and focused. On that kind of thing,
Mhm.
other than the
Electronics.
trouble and the electronics that are, a lot of the kids are getting into today.
Mhm.
So
Awesome. Amy?
Kind of the same thing. I just got asked to help out mentorship for some of the less fortunate kids that can get
Mm.
out and help out throughout the month of May with the Minnesota, the DNR has got a group going on.
Mhm.
I apologize. I forget the exact name, but I'll go once a week for the month of May and starting next week, I believe it is.
It's
You just go
awesome.
out for 5 hours. There's a couple of us. There's like 15 kids. So, I mean, that's what I want to do some more, and actually would like to start targeting some different species this year. I really want to get to Florida though and get my peacock bass. That is my
oh
huge
my
one.
goodness, that'd be
Since
fun.
Luke, takes Tara everywhere, I figured he could take Tara and I down to peacock bass fishing, and I know she's all about that. So we should be good on that. But hopefully I get my turkey this year. I get
Yeah.
a deer this year. I mean, I have some personal goals, so I'd like to keep going on my Instagram, the Amy All Outdoors, and have fun with it. And I'm having a blast with that, actually.
Yeah.
That's
meeting a
awesome.
ton of people and just get the word out, get fishing,
Yeah.
get going. I mean, it's nice too when I'm out. I was just out fishing the other day, and when I broke my rod that day, there's a girl and her grandpa brought out the kids real quick, and she said I had to come out fishing because she kept getting in trouble and she got tired of sitting in her room, so she'd rather go fishing. She wouldn't touch a fish. She just would not touch a fish. And so finally, she did the whole mopey thing, but we finally got a fish out and I had her touch it. It poked her. Kids get scared. Kind of like your finger. You got scared and now you won't touch the fish.
Oh God. And then,
So she, just to get her to help her, teach the kids
Yeah.
what to do properly care.
Jesus Christ.
Don't lip it because it's got teeth.
Don't tell me
Yeah.
any stories anymore.
That
Fish
big,
handling.
that big turtle. Don't grab it by the
No.
teeth because it's a snapper. Yeah, that kind of helping. So, anyways,
Oh.
just to help
Good advice.
kids, just like you said,
You're
Nick,
smart.
just to go out and help. That's
Yeah.
what I would like to focus a little more.
Then come the big adventures.
Then have big adventures and maybe help out a little more when those guys are on adventures and have our own little
Oh, I'm
adventure
trying
for
to-
you.
I know what I have in store, but that's for a later talk.
Oh. All right.
We're
Well,
already over, aren't we?
Yeah.
yep, that's it
We
for
gotta
us,
go get
guys. Thank you
tacos.
guys for
Tacos.
joining
I'm
us.
hungry.
Oh, 11 of you guys that are still left, man. I appreciate you guys staying tuned, man. What's going on for the beach shop, and we'll be here for the opener. Luke won't be here in the shop, so if you guys plan to come and meet Luke, he won't be here. Last weekend we had a lot of people show up on Sunday to try to meet Luke because I had told him that Luke's usually here on Sundays, and he missed a couple of guys. And there was actually some guys that came from South Dakota to meet Luke.
Oh,
Wanted
boy.
to meet him, son. But they visited the shop. They're really hyped up about the shop, and
I can come down on
visit,
Sundays and they can come visit
yeah, you
me.
guys can maybe you'll be here with me on Sunday instead of
Yeah.
catching fish.
Yeah.
We can fish this sucker
I'll be
tank.
fishing.
That's what I'm saying. Mhm.
So are you gonna have like full stock of minnows?
Yeah.
Everything will be in
Opener
stock,
then.
guys. We'll have large leeches. We'll have jumbo leeches. I don't know how many jumbo leeches we're getting. They haven't confirmed the order. And then we will have. I think we might have creek shubs,
Nice.
and large suckers. If we get them tomorrow, but yeah, we should be fully loaded. I think we're also going to get a batch of green crawlers for the guys that like to use them on your lungy rigs and stuff. So
Mhm.
yeah, we'll be fully stocked, and no walleye rods though yet.
Mm.
We won't get those for another couple of weeks,
Still
but
on.
we got
Are
some
you gonna-
custom walleye rods that are coming in from a company from California. So yeah,
Do you have any? We didn't ask you. Do you have any quick tips for this opener? What to do with those pike? And did you want to make sure how to handle a pike
Jesus Christ.
or walleye? I mean, it is opener.
Well, if you catch your first pike, lip it.
The chewy way?
It's a great story.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
want to make sure.
Do the chewy grip, and then you'll be good. Yeah,
Perfect.
Couple
Yeah.
band-aids on hand.
Yeah. I have a feeling these two will be back.
Adios,
I have
amigos.
a feeling that you guys won't be back.
Guarantee you, I will be.
So excited for tacos.
Dara says, great show. Don't encourage her,
Yeah.
please. Don't encourage mom. Don't
Mhm.
encourage mom.
Yeah.
Rick
I'm
says,
enjoying
nice
it.
work, and thanks. Yep. So we'll see you guys next time. Amy, Nikki, thank you guys for
Yeah,
coming in,
yeah.
man. This
Thanks
was
for
fun.
having
Nice
us.
to see you.
You guys did
Always fun.
really well. Yeah. We'll see what the Master Luke says about Mr. Podcast has to say, but I think this is really great. We kept
Well, hopefully,
really
Mr.
interesting.
I think we did okay.
Yeah.
I think Scott needs to hurry up and get your stuff done for Vexlar.
And
We'll get you on the crew.
I think this is the first podcast I've ever
I
heard
wasn't
Scotty.
gonna announce that
Hmm?
yet.
This is the first podcast I heard Scotty speak a lot. Yeah, he really did
Who
speak
did?
a lot today.
You did?
Yeah, no,
No,
Scotty.
you
Good
didn't.
job.
Why not?
Yeah,
I
he surprised
talk.
everybody in Florida.
No.
She did.
Don't you know, eh?
Dan
Hey,
trolling
guys.
on his wife's.
Thank you for
account.
tuning in, guys.
Bye.
We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
All right.